Hey everyone, welcome back to the garage. So today I'm going to talk about what I believe to be one of the worst values at Harbor Freight currently, and it's actually on one of the machines they've just come out with. And hopefully this video will keep you from making a bad purchase and the buyer's remorse that comes with that. So let's jump down into it here. If you're walking through Harbor Freight, you're going to notice a couple things. They've come out with two new plasma cutters, actually. One's the 65 amp titanium for $1,300. And then, of course, you've got the 45 amp that's been around for a little bit now for $899. And now you've also got this Chicago Electric 20 amp offering. So if you're walking down the aisle, and I mean, $899 is a lot for a plasma cutter. If you're walking down the aisle at Harbor Freight looking, you may think that this Chicago Electric cutter is a good deal, a good value. But unfortunately it isn't, especially when you get into it and start looking at the specs. So it is a 20 amp plasma cutter. It is a contact plasma cutter, meaning the tip has to touch bare metal to function and cut, and it is $400. So 20 amps is only going to get you a 1/4 inch clean cut capacity and a 5/16 severance cut. And what that means is your 1/4 inch clean cut is the maximum the machine will cut and give you a nice smooth edge that you can just go ahead and put into your project right away. The 5/16 severance cut is the maximum it will cut, period, but that's going to leave you a jagged rough edge that's going to need some grinding and things like that to get it into a usable form. So if you're walking through the store and don't look into the specs, this may seem like a good buy. But now you can see that this compare to box that Harbor Freight gives us to try and make us see what a great deal we're going to get only has saved $30. On something this price at Harbor Freight, typically you'd see a lot more savings compared to the competition. They're comparing this to the Eastwood machine at $429, and it is in fact $429 right now. However, yesterday this machine was $397, so it was actually cheaper than the Chicago Electric plasma cutter. So if you're looking for one of these machines and you want something that is a good value, you want to stretch your money and make it go further, or find something even at a lower price point, you can hop over to Home Depot. They carry the Lotos line, which has been around for a while and is fairly well known, and they have a 35 amp contact plasma cutter for $228. That's a better buy right off the bat. It's higher amperage and cheaper. It is still a contact machine if you want that for some reason. However, in this day and age, for handheld use, there's no reason not to get a no-touch plasma cutter. There are some situations where you may need a contact tip in certain CNC setups and that sort of thing. However, handheld use, you definitely should try and spring for a no-touch torch. It's going to make your consumables last longer, and it is also going to make using things like guides and stencils and jigs a lot easier because you don't have to come into contact with the metal. Another plus is that you don't have to clean any rust off or strip any paint. As long as you've got some metal that you can put your ground clamp on, you're going to be able to cut through all that other stuff without having to do any prep work. So it's a huge time saver as well. So you decided you want to go into a non-touch plasma cutter, you can hop over to Amazon and get the Lotos LTP 5000D 50 amp machine for $399. Now this machine has 1,826 ratings with 4.5 stars. So you can be pretty confident in this one. And like I said, Lotos is a known brand. It's been around for quite a while. And you'll see here, it's going to give you a 1/2 inch clean cut. So that's double the thickness. 1/4 inch, you'll realize really quick, is not enough for a plasma cutter once you start using it, unless you're strictly doing sheet metal. If you want to start getting into cutting other metal besides sheet metal, 1/4 inch is going to seem like it's not enough very quickly. If you want to save even more money, you can look at the S7. It is $197, still a 50 amp machine, but right now they're running a $20 off coupon, so it's $177. That's probably the best value you're going to find. and it's got 509 ratings with 4 stars. So definitely check this one out if you're on a budget and still want a machine that is pretty capable. It is a no-touch machine as well. I personally have a Warfox plasma cutter. It's a 45 amp no-touch, and it was around $250 when I purchased it, but it's been as low as $209 lately. It has been a great machine for me. It has done everything I've asked it to do, and I've had no complaints about it. I just really don't know what Harbor Freight was thinking bringing out that plasma cutter at 20 amps and a contact machine for $400, because it's absolutely insane with everything else that's available. Harbor Freight used to be a little bit higher priced than buying import machines off of Amazon, but you got the benefit of being able to go to a store and have that capability to return it, and you can also buy the protection plan. However, at some point the cost and the benefits start to get very skewed. At $400, the benefit of being able to go to the store isn't really an issue anymore, especially because Amazon started offering a protection plan on their machines as well. So if you look right down here on this S7, you can get a 4-year plan for $29.99 or a 3-year plan for $21.99. So that's actually even cheaper than the Harbor Freight plans for a longer period of time. So that's something to consider as well. So hopefully this video will help you realize that Harbor Freight's not always the best option. And I don't want to bash Harbor Freight. I go there for certain things, and I do believe there are things that are a great value at Harbor Freight, especially for a store that you can walk into and buy it and have it that same day. However, there are some things that are just not worth buying there, and you definitely want to take your time, look around, and price out some of these larger purchases elsewhere. If you like this content, like and subscribe. If you're looking for some more videos, you can check out this one on where to find scrap metal and this one on flux works stick welding.